So yesterday we talked about Victor Wembanyama going to be missing time for the San Antonio Spurs, and Femi pretty astutely brought up, like, maybe he doesn't get to 65 games now to win Defensive Player of the Year. Maybe he doesn't get there. And the initial reporting was reevaluated after 2 weeks. The reporting that has come out since makes it sound a little more dire. Not that he's going to be out the whole season, but that this is probably closer to like a 3-week reevaluation. And keep in mind, reevaluation does not mean like he's going to play after 3 weeks. It's just like we're going to look again in 3 weeks and let's see where that's at. The other thing that I think you need to consider if you're considering betting awards, right, as it concerns Victor Wembanyama, and candidly, I think this is a Mitch Johnson conversation also, the Spurs head coach, who obviously has been like a hot bet in the Coach of the Year market because of the way San Antonio started. Like, J.B. Bickerstaff's the favorite now, but like Mitch Johnson can definitely win this award if the Spurs exceed expectations in a big way. And with Victor Wembanyama, you can make the case that they could do that. Without Wemby, probably not so much. And here's where I would really be concerned about San Antonio moving forward this season. If you told me that Wemby's injury was a calf strain, was a groin strain like Giannis has, I'd say, okay, like I think he'll probably be back at some point, like they'll reevaluate him, he'll be back. The fact that it's a calf strain, this injury is now like DEFCON 5 for NBA teams. Jason Tatum, Damian Lillard, Tyrese Halliburton, all in last year's playoffs, all like pushing through calf strains or returning too early and popping their Achilles. We literally saw it happen 3 times in one postseason with 3 star players, including Halliburton in Game 7 of the NBA Finals, which feels like a fever dream. Like, did that actually happen? Yes, it did. Thank God it did for OKC stuff. And also, I hate the Pacers. I don't want Halliburton to get hurt, but yeah, whatever. There is a 0.0% chance that the Spurs rush Victor Wembanyama back. 0.0%. They are going to err on the side of caution and then err on the side of caution's caution to make sure that Wembanyama is healthy. They will not put him on the court with his calf acting up at all and risk an Achilles tear. They will not do it. No chance. I don't think he's going to meet the threshold. I don't think he's going to win any awards because of it. And if he's out for a long time, like, yes, like Luke Cornett's a good player. And yes, the Spurs, like De'Aaron Fox is back. The Spurs have good players. Like, obviously, they're worse without Wemby. So I'm curious where they're going to be in the hierarchy of the Western Conference when Victor Wembanyama does manage to return. We can get to the Pistons at the end of the show. They're playing tonight against the Atlanta Hawks, but I want to bring Femi on here. So, like, a little bit of a different conversation, Femi, like with the new Wemby news, that this is now like maybe closer to a 3-week reevaluation, the calf strain stuff. Do you kind of agree with me now with the new info that like, I don't think he's getting to 65 games now?
Yeah, that's where I would lean right now. Like maybe after 3 weeks they find out, hey, you're all good to go. But then also that means he needs to be healthy the rest of the way as well. Like there's still a lot of season left to go. And this is what we're already doing. And it's November 18th. This guy is the franchise. Like, he is the future for Mitch Johnson, for R.C. Buford, for everyone in that organization. It all starts and stops with Wemby. They're going to be cautious with this guy because he has the potential to maybe be the greatest player of all time. So they're not going to risk him like, let's have you go out there and really gun for it, especially in the year where I'm sure if they're honest with themselves deep down, they know they're not going to win the title this year. So I think, like this to me removes Wemby. And as you see at BetMGM right now, like in the MVP market, Wemby's 100-1. Like, he's not floating out to 100-1 off of just like, maybe he comes back and it's all good. No,
is he still the second choice? Is he still the second choice in defensive player behind Chet Holmgren?
He's still the second choice behind Chet Holmgren at 3-1. Like, that to me doesn't make a lot of any sense.
He's not going to play 65 games.
Yes, he literally is not going to be eligible to win the award. So, like you said, 24 hours ago, I thought, hey, maybe he comes back and we get him on a discount. Now it's no. If you have any Wemby out there, abort mission. I would be looking at other guys. Now you can look at Chet Holmgren, and like this is obviously a larger conversation to have as we're running up against it here. But like Chet Holmgren's not like really the Iron Man either, given his build. So it opens things up to maybe a Lou Dort or someone else on the Thunder, or maybe it's another guy that's out there on a team that's playing really well defensively. But the DPOY market, if you're betting NBA awards, that's where I would be focusing right now with this Wemby news.